Good evening and welcome to the Strawberry Patch. I'm Carol Long and I have a special guest with me this evening. This is Deborah Wilson. She is our first vice president and also the lady who wants you to call in and tell her that you're going to entertain, right? Because you do the Strawberry Idol. So we're going to talk about that, but I always have to put in a plug for Tenerton Auto. That's our sponsor for the Strawberry Patch, and the Tenerton Auto is located right here in Tenerton, across from the middle school as you're going out the Tallmansville Road. Joe Jeffries is the owner, and he does all kinds of vehicle work. He does inspections. He does towing. If you have something wrong with your vehicle, give them a call at 472-2174, and they'll take care of your vehicle. And we just thank them for spending the time with us. It's about 5 years now that they've done this. So we really appreciate their support and the support of all the sponsors. We have a lot of sponsors this year and membership folks who've given money, in-kind sponsors. So just a little thank you to all of the sponsors, the folks who've been members for our festival, and even those who maybe don't have money, but they have supplies that we can share. So just a big thank you to these folks. It's ready. It's time. We're going to have a strawberry festival, and it starts. We're gonna do this. We talked about whether or not to do it or not. If you see it next week, this part of it will be over. But just to make sure that people know about all the changes, we're going to talk about those, and then I'm going to talk to you about Strawberry Idol. Okay.
Okay.
We want you to make sure that you're aware on May the 10th. We're having a Western flair for our beginning of our festival. The opening ceremonies will be at Jawbone Park at 12 noon. It's open to the public, free to the public. So we would urge you to come down where they light the flame and you see the king and queen-elect and some of the dignitaries. We also have some other things going on Main Street. We have open case performances that are coming in. I still have a slot open if somebody would like to entertain. We don't charge you. We don't give you any money, but if you get some donations from folks who like your music, you get to take that home. We have about 6 or 7 CEO clubs that are going to set up on Main Street to sell all kinds of strawberry crafts, maybe some foods. So that's going to be another thing that gives us a Western flair. There'll be some Western vendors down right on the corner of Spring and Main. We'll have some different tack things for horses, and we're going to have horse and carriage rides right in that area up from the post office, as well as pony rides. We also have Shadow Montag coming, and he will be doing rodeo tricks, and those will be in an area down across from the 88 restaurant. His performances are 11:15, 1 to 1:15, and then about 5:30. And he does a really good show, and he is dedicating the show this year to our wounded warriors, so I think that's a really neat thing. So all those things are going on, and at 4 o'clock is a horse and carriage parade down Strawberry Lane. Remember, there is a change in the route. Instead of coming up and turning the corner at the courthouse, we'll be coming up by Wendy's and come up to First Community Bank and make a right onto Main Street. So you'll want to put your chairs in that area instead of the block that goes up by what used to be the fire department, Progressive Bank. That will not be used because it's a voting day. We've got all kinds of little changes. And then the last change would be our coronation, which is at 7 p.m. on the 10th, and that will be at Chapel Hill United Methodist Church. It starts at 7. You're invited to come, bring the whole family. It's a very nice pageantry type thing. It's free. You don't have to pay a cent. So other than the horse and carriage rides and the pony rides, I think that's the only thing that you are charged for during the day of Saturday the 10th. And then we're going to go into Festival Week. Remember, the gift shop is no longer, but there are a lot of folks, arts and crafts. There's going to be a lot of things going on. The several churches are doing special things. I think the Presbyterian Church has a craft sale. So there are places that you can find festival items, strawberry items. Our office will be on Main Street. It's catty-cornered across from First Community Bank, and that will be our headquarters this year. So if you have a problem and have a question, stop in there for your answers. Hopefully we can answer those questions. I'm going to talk now. I've talked too much, and I want to let you talk a little bit. Deborah, tell us about Strawberry Idol. How'd you get interested in that?
Tiffany Elliott started the first year, and I've just always liked people singing and judging and stuff, so I helped her the very first year. Then I think the second year, she started a Bible college, and so she didn't do it. So I have been doing it, I think, now for 10 years.
Oh, it's been a while.
10 years.
It's been a while.
And how it works is on Thursday night, we have a gospel night. You have to sing gospel songs, and the top 3 contenders in the youth and then the top 3 in adult will participate on Saturday. And the same thing on Friday, we have variety night. You can sing any songs you want on Friday, and we'll take the top 3 from the youth and then the top 3 from the adult, and those are the 12 that participate on Saturday.
Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to pretend I'm wanting to do this, which I'm not going to, but if I'm interested in doing that, first of all, do I need to bring my own music? How much does it cost? And what are the age limits?
The age limit, there is no age limit. For the youth, it goes up to 13 years old. After
From how?
From
little tiny ones?
Tiny.
Okay.
If you want to sing, if you're little, you're more than welcome to come and sing. To age 13. Then after 13, from 14 and up, it's adult. And there is no age limit.
Okay.
So, yes, you have to bring your own CD with no words. You just need the music because you have to sing to that. You're not allowed to lip sync. It's $25 to enter, and our applications are on Main Street at Strawberry headquarters, or you can pick them up at Intello's, which is...
Oh, they have some applications?
Because Intello's has been sponsoring us for a very long time, and they're very nice sponsors. So
they're energetic too. They get excited, and they present. Well, I won't say real big checks money-wise, although they're pretty good for something like this. But they come out with a huge check.
First place winners, yes. And you can always call 472-9036 and ask for the applications if you want to. And that's our Strawberry headquarter number. And you can call me at 471-7777. But like the applications, and I think there is some at Sears.
Okay.
There will be some at
the
Sears.
other way they can do it is to go on the website at www.wvstrawberryfestival.com, pull the application off, and it would really be better now if they didn't mail it, if they would just bring it to the office.
Me.
Or can they do it that night, bring it to you that night?
If you're going to sing gospel on Thursday, it has to be there, before you sing. And the same way with Friday, I just need it before we start singing. And the times on Thursday is 8:30. And it will start again on Friday at 8:30. Then the final is at 7 o'clock on Saturday
Which is a little bit later.
Yes.
Get more people.
There's always a big.
There's always been a good crowd.
Yes.
And before you do gospel sing, there's a strawberry pie eating contest, and there's the best legs with just men only. And so those are. I guess we have a whole bunch of pies ready to go.
Yes.
And so I think aren't those ribbon winners?
Yes, they win ribbons for that.
So, and that's at the courthouse right before you do yours. And then after Strawberry Idol, do you have anything planned on Saturday?
Saturday, I think we're going to do karaoke.
Oh, for people who like to sing?
For people who like to sing.
And so they can stay, and all those folks that maybe sang, can they do something on karaoke?
Yes.
The ones that were in the competition?
Yeah, they're more than welcome to do karaoke.
Do you sing on that?
Do I? No.
I would have to be pretty brave.
Ask Mr. Knorr. No.
But it's a fun way to be involved. And I tell you what, some of these people are really good singers.
Yes, they are.
So they don't have to bring a band. Now, is it just are there any multiple, like duets, or is it just singles?
We just do singles, but you are allowed to play your own instrument.
Okay.
If you sing, the guitar or the piano, organ, whatever, but you can bring your own instrument, your own guitar and stuff.
But a CD is required if you're going to sing with music and you don't have an instrument.
Or you can do a cappella. We have very, very good a cappella people.
We do. So now you know how to enter Strawberry Idol, and I think that's going to be big this year.
It is $25 for the entry fee, and you are allowed to sing both gospel and variety.
Okay.
But if you win in the gospel, we don't. You can sing in variety if you want to, but you won't be judged because we like to have the 12 winners.
Okay, okay.
But you can participate in both.
And it's 25 each.
25 each.
That's
yes.
not a large amount of money, and you get more of that if you win.
Yes.
So, and we thank Natello's for giving us this sponsorship each year and for coming out and supporting us, because usually somebody from Natello's is there.
They always bring their trailer from Charleston, and they give out, sometimes they give out gifts. Sometimes it's free service for a year or a phone. They're always giving out bottled water, but they have pretty good packages and stuff that they are there on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday giving out gifts.
And there's no fee for people to watch it.
No.
You know,
no
that's
fee.
another thing open to the public. We try to provide as much entertainment and as many activities as possible for the families from 0 ages to grandma and grandpa, free of charge.
Yes.
You know, there's not many places even today that you can sit and watch a parade without buying yourself a spot
seat,
or
yes.
a seat. So we just encourage folks to come out and enjoy the festival. If you go to the carnival, and I've had questions about the carnival, Gamble's will be in Buchanan downtown. I'm not sure exactly who will be where, but you will recognize that they're downtown. And also, they will begin with their hours on Monday. So Monday from 6 to 10, I believe. And I know if you look in the paper or you call the festival office at 304-472-9036, you can find out when family night is. And most of the time, it's like an $18 price, and you can ride it for so many hours. And I would make you aware of this. If you purchase that bracelet or whatever for that certain price, there's a certain amount of hours that you have to use it. And if you leave and come back, you may have to pay again. So if you're going to pay for a ticket that lets you ride as much as you want to, you need to do that in the period of time that you've purchased that $18 bracelet or ticket, whatever it is. But Gamble's will be there, and they'll be here through Sunday. I think they're from 1 to 6 on Sunday, the end of the festival. So that's one thing downtown, and we want to talk about the food court that is new this year. It's in the same area. It's down where the former Foodland used to be. So if you're on Main Street, it's on Spring as you're going toward the Salvation Army, or down to the hen house, and down to Southern States that way. It's on that end of town. And there might even be some carnival rides down in there. We're not sure yet about that. But Gary Cannell is working on the food court. He's just absolutely bulging with vendors, and some really nice new vendors. Not that we didn't appreciate the others, but we've got some new things. And entertainment, there's going to be a covered stage, so there'll be entertainment every night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And I think on Saturday, Boy Your Drive is going to be there in the afternoon. And then at night is Phase 4. And if you know Dustin Bush from Buchanan, if you know Debbie and Russ Bush, it's their son. He wants to come home and entertain. So he's going to be down at the Midway, where the food court is, on Spring Street, and he'll be there Saturday night and play probably till midnight. We have some other things that are going to be on Main Street. We want to give a plug on Friday night to Danny Williams and the jazz band from Buchanan Upshur High School, because they'll be on Main Street right after the Fireman's Parade. They'll be in the intersection there of Main and Spring. And we also have another group that's coming over for Saturday night. And that is from Elkins. It's a dance troupe. You will see them Thursday night in the Junior Royalty Parade. It's called Axis Performance. They just got back from Times Square in New York. So they'll be entertaining. We're going to have some groups coming in. Unfortunately, we got word this week that Malekatu is not going to be here. But we also got word that Jamaica is. So we're going to have Jamaican music. We're going to have Mexican music. So you could be dancing in the streets if you want to. We'll put another thing in the paper so you'll know who's going to be there on Friday night. And Saturday night we have some entertainment. So come and bring your family and go to the carnival, go to the Midway, visit on Main Street, come to Strawberry Idol. You can do all of that free. All you have to do is pay carnival rides, and you have to pay for your food. The rest of it's open to the public free of charge. So we just want you to come out and have a good time. Some of the other things going on, what else have I missed? We've missed several things. Let's go back to Wednesday. We're having something on Main Street that's different at 5:30.
A cruise in.
And who's doing that?
Jerry Campbell, and I'm not sure who.
It's the car club. West Virginia, I think it's the West Virginia Car Club. Anyway, these guys love to put on a presentation. So we did have the car cruise in down at Bill Kelly's lot, but now we have a Taco Bell there.
Yes.
So it's going to be on Main Street Wednesday night at 5:30, and then you can just look at all those cars, go down to the food court for entertainment, and I'm going to have to look it up to see who's there, and I'll do that in a minute. But that's Wednesday night. And then Thursday night we have Deborah Hupp is working with the Junior Royalty Parade. She says it's going to be over 2 hours long.
Yes.
So we have a lot of groups. You know, everything we do, we plan, and Mother Nature controls it. We have all kinds of horse and carriages coming. The weather doesn't look too good for Saturday, but we'll have a little prayer and maybe
it's going to miss us.
Maybe it will. And the same thing, we've had a lot of years when we thought we were going to have a storm and it passed over or waited until the parade was over. So the Junior Royalty Parade is Thursday night at 6:30. And then on Friday night is the Fireman's Parade at 6:30. Now those will make the regular route. They'll come up by Progressive Bank, make a turn at the courthouse, and go down. The only one that has a different route is the Horse and Carriage Parade because of voting. And then on Sunday, one of the major events on Sunday is the gospel sing. I'm working with that, and it's going to be good, folks. We've got Soldiers of the Cross coming back. We've got Reverend Craig Smith and his family are going to sing.
They're wonderful.
Understand, he has a little boy that's about 6 that has a voice out of this world. So that'll be on. And then the Tackett's are coming from Ohio. It's Jeff and Sarah Tackett and Jason Tackett, who just has the last name but is not related to them. I've heard them sing, and they're really good. So that's going to be a good day. There will be a free will offering. So, folks, if you cannot find something during the Strawberry Festival to entertain you or your family, we don't know what else to do.
And if you have any suggestions, you can always call us.
Sure. We always take suggestions, and we will take criticism, too, you know, as long as it's constructive and done in a mannerly way. There are folks who have problems. There are things just like the Band Fest. The Band Fest is going to be replacing the field exhibition. So if you're thinking about going to Ross Stadium on Saturday night at 5:30, come to the Performing Arts Center for the Band Fest. Those same groups will be performing, but we can't use the field because it's being resurfaced. So we've had to make some changes in some of our activities, but you know, we've explained this with the others that have been talking, that when you plan things in Buchanan, it's a small town, and we all use the same facilities.
Yes.
And with the prom and with graduation being this coming Saturday, it's going to be an interesting day in Buchanan. But there's room for everybody, and there's something for everybody, so we hope you will come and enjoy yourself. We have some things going on at the college. Can you tell us about those?
Which ones are?
Well, I mean, you know, like the quilt. And
the craft show. The craft show is really. I mean, it takes the whole gymnasium and stuff.
And I heard last
Tammy
night,
Rieger. Is it?
She
full
said it was
now?
full. Yes,
it is full. So if anybody wants crafts, the homemade things, just go to the gym. I mean, we'll direct you to the college if you're in town, and there should be lots to buy. So just bring lots of money. Not really.
Well,
lots,
there's
but
all kinds of crafts, and they're coming from all over the United States. That's in the major. It's at Rockefeller Center, which is the gymnasium, and that's down on the bottom floor. on the right upstairs, and there is an elevator. You can go to the right or the left. On the right is the quilt exhibit, and they are going to have some quilts of valor on display. And then on the other side, on the left-hand side upstairs, are all kinds of wonderful artists who have painted, and we have posters and different paintings. A lot of them are from the high school, I think. So that's done by the, is it the Arts Guild? Well, the Quilters Guild, and the CEOs are doing the quilt show. And I'm trying to think who's working with the other one.
And also, when you talk about artists, we have a collaring and poster contest with our elementary schools from kindergarten to 5th grade. So you need to come down to Strawberry headquarters and look at the pictures that they have made or colored and stuff, and the posters. They're very wonderful, very talented grade school.
And do they get ribbons, or what do they get if they're first place winner?
First, second place gets ribbons,
Okay.
and then we also have honorable mention ribbons if there's like a tie. But the first place winners always get a T-shirt from our gift shop. But we're not having a gift shop this year, but we will have a guy making T-shirts for us.
Okay.
So,
and I'm sure.
and they get to ride in Thursday's parade.
Oh, that's good.
They all get
That's
to ride.
good.
All of them get to ride in Thursday's parade.
I was going back here to look at the schedule of events, and just to give you, we're jumping around, but people come different days and do different things. On Wednesday evening at the Midway in the food court, Ryan Kane and the Abels Band, they're going to do rockabilly music, and they'll be there at 7 o'clock. On Thursday night, we have from 8 to 11 Stone Street, and they were at our Queen's Ball, and they're really good. They do 70s to today's music. Friday night, and that begins, I think, at Friday night. Get the right time here. We have the Fireman's Parade, of course, at 6:30, and then food court from 9 until midnight, the Johnny Cochran Band, and that's country music, so if you like that. And then I need to get the times for, and it's after the Grand Feature Parade, which is at 1 o'clock. We'll talk about that in just a minute. The food court's open from 11 to midnight, and they're going to have entertainment in the afternoon by Boyer Drive, and that's from 5 to 8. And then from 9 to midnight is Phase 4 Band. So Phase 4 is rock and roll. Boyer Drive is where country meets rock and roll. So it's going to be a lot of jiving music, so I think you're going to have a good time. Want to talk a little bit about the Grand Feature Parade. One of our major sponsors is the Intermountain newspaper, and it's going to be on WDTV Live. So if you're a shut-in or say somebody's up with a broken leg and can't come, turn on the TV at 1 o'clock on Channel 5. WDTV will bring you live coverage, and they're also doing a stream. So if you have relatives who live outside of West Virginia, give them a call and tell them that they can pick it up over YouTube. And so that's another thing that we're offering. And the streaming is being done by MPL. They're helping us with that. And then there's a lot of other sponsors. I think the Queen's Float is being sponsored by Frontier. So, they'll have information. Usually our City of Buchanan and the Development Authority help with the King's Float. So we just have all kinds of sponsors that we're very grateful to, and we try to give them a plug whenever we can. But if you happen to see an event like Strawberry Idol and you enjoy it, let Natellos know that you appreciate what they're doing, because that's how they feel like they're putting their money in something worthwhile. Many sponsors in today's world would rather do community events than to put a lot of advertising out, because that's a way they can get a hands-on. So we just have all kinds of things going on. What have I left out, Deborah? I know there's some things that I haven't touched upon, but tried to hit everything. Senior events are going on at the Senior Center. Plus that's where our photography exhibit is at the senior center, and that's on Kanawha Street, isn't it?
Yes.
And they're going to be doing dominoes and checkers. They're going to have a capping. Men and women can do this strawberry capping, but they'll start on Wednesday, and then they'll have the champion capping on Friday. They'll also on Friday have the sort of a special ceremony for the Lord and Lady, and the Lord and Lady are picked by all of the senior folks who go to the senior center. So, and I have those names, and I'm sorry I don't have them with me. I just got a hold of them, but we'll put that in the paper, and they'll be riding in the Grand Feature Parade. So we just have all kinds of things going on. We want to make sure that everybody comes and has a good time. There's sports events. There's road bowling. There's a canoe race on Sunday, the 18th. There's road bowling. There's a shoot. I'm not sure what you call it. Brassmasters shoot. And we also have a run. That's on Saturday the 17th. Right before the Antique Car Parade. So at 12 noon, you can run, and I think the sign up for that is from 10 to 11 o'clock at the Academy School. Dr. Johns works with that. And last year we had a whole bunch of people, all ages, that were running.
All ages.
And it's about a mile, isn't it? Okay, and I think there might be an entry fee for that, but it's very minimal if there is.
$10?
I think it's $10. So you need to take that in and run, and then watch the antique cars follow you. And then 1 o'clock, the Grand Feature Parade. 5:30 is the Band Fest. 9 o'clock to midnight is the street party gras.
8:30 Strawberry Idol at the courthouse.
Yes, and you do. If you have people that are interested in Strawberry Idol to watch it, we encourage they bring a lawn chair.
Yes,
and maybe something to drink or a snack if they want. Because it's how long does it last on Thursday and Friday night?
Thursday we don't have as many participants on Thursday night, and it usually lasts a couple hours.
Okay.
But usually it's almost till midnight on Friday.
Okay, so that's more fun that you can participate in,
and you can still sign up on Thursday if people singing. Usually, if we still need more participants, I mean, you can still sing if you have a CD.
I have a plug to put out here, and this is for Jim Hayes, who's working with the Grand Feature Parade, and Deborah Hupp, who's working with the Junior Royalty. They still need some convertibles. If you have a convertible and you would like to drive it in one of those or both parades, if you would just call 304-472-9036, and give them your name and what you're calling about. They'll give you a call back. We need your phone number, so put all that information on that phone, 304-472-9036, and you might get to ride in the parade and have a dignitary. I know we're going to have a parade marshal, but it is such a secret, even we don't
even know.
So we will let you know. I think maybe the news is to come out Monday or Tuesday, and just watch the paper. I'm sure that'll come out, and I'm excited to find out who it is too. So we don't know. I had somebody to call me, and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have that information." And I think Charlene has been working on that tirelessly, so she's the one who knows who it is, and she just looks at you and smiles. So it's here, folks. Strawberry Festival time, old traditions and new beginnings, and we've had some new beginnings this year, but we've tried to keep the tradition alive to make it an exciting family tradition, and that's what it's all about. This festival's going now for the 73rd year. The only time there was not a festival, if you're looking at the dates, it started in 1936, but it was not held during World War II. So that's why the dates don't make sense when you're looking it up. But it's only 2 years away from the 75th, so we're beginning to work on that one already. And we love volunteers. If there's something you would like to do, or if you would like to serve on the board, you could call that festival office number again, 304-472-9036, and we'll put you on board and find something for you to do. If you have questions about the festival, or you still want an application for either parade or Strawberry Idol or whatever, You can go on www.wvstrawberryfestival.com, and they'll tell you certain places to plug in there, and you do that, and you can pull the applications off. But at this late date, if you're interested, you need to make sure that gets to the festival office or to one of our board members.
Yes.
So 21 board members, 5 associates, and hundreds of volunteers put on the West Virginia Strawberry Festival, and we're doing it for you. So we hope you have a good time. And that's all the time we have. Thank you, Deborah,
thank
for coming.
you.
Anything I've left out?
Not that I know of.
Probably something very important, but we'll be available if you have questions to call. I did have someone to call, and I will tell you that if you're a nonprofit organization and you want to set up something to sell as a fundraiser, if you will find the location, get a written permission, if it's somebody's house or in front of somebody's business, you need to get written permission from them. Then you need to call the festival office at 304-472-9036 and ask to speak to Gary Cannell, or leave your name and phone number for him to call you. Because even though we're not charging, it's always been $50, but he's waived that fee this year, and you can sell, but you have to have a permit from wherever you're selling, and you have to get a permit from the festival. So they're making it easy for those folks as well. Lots of strawberry things to eat, to buy, to wear. So just come to the West Virginia Strawberry Festival, and we'll see you there.